These tools and techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you today will create a more stable and calm mind and a healthier and lighter body. Today's practice will start off with the simple and foundational tools called the Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskar A and B. These Sun Salutations create an internal heat inside our body that makes us sweat from the inside out. This is exactly what we want to happen in order to detoxify and cleanse our insides, sort of like brushing your teeth in the morning or 3 times a day. If we avoid brushing our teeth, then we begin to collect tar inside the mouth. It's very important, especially from our everyday environment with the pollution and everything happening around us. Before we begin, it's important that you find the element of discipline and dedication in your practice. Because it's very easy to say, oh, this yoga is too difficult for me and just give up, maybe this is a pattern of yours. Bear this in mind that there will be a little bit of difficulty and you may even find yourself sweating. But this is exactly what we want to happen. So let your muscles stretch and strengthen along the way of getting your mind more stable and strong. And as we're cultivating this internal heat, we'll be using the coordination of breath with movement, and that's the essence of the Ashtanga yoga method. So starting off in a comfortable seated position, with nice posture, but at the same time you're relaxed, so nothing is forced. Firm your pelvic floor and suck in the lower belly. And when you inhale, say the sound saw, and on the exhale, the sound ha, except you will be keeping your lips gently closed. We'll also control and equalize the breath by trying to go for a 10 count inhale and 10 count exhale. Remember not to force anything, for this is supposed to help you relax, not make you tense. So with your pelvic floor firm, belly sucked in, lips gently sealed, gaze down at the tip of your nose or maybe down towards your knees or the floor, depending on what posture you're in. One thing to remember before we begin is this breath comes from our diaphragm, not from the belly. So it's important to avoid pooching out the belly. So remember, keep the lower belly sucked in deeply on every inhalation and exhalation. 10 counts in and exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Letting the mind become calm as you control your exhalation. Find the base of the breath in long inhalation. Firming your pelvic floor, exhale. The breath is a state of mind and reflects your state of inner awareness. So as you breathe calmly and fluidly, you'll be able to tap into that inner state of deep relaxation. I don't know if I should have put this lipstick on. I had no other lipstick to put on. I wasn't going to even wear makeup, but... Now we're ready to begin Surya Namaskar A. Starting off in Samastitihi with the base of the toes together, heels apart. Bring your hands to heart center and we'll begin. Inhale, raise your arms up high, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, sucking the belly in, pivot from your hip joints, go down. Forehead reaches towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your sternum up, gaze up. And exhale, plant your hands flat beside your feet, step back, sucking the belly deeply in, come into high plank. Hold high plank for a breath. Inhale deeply and exhale. Squeeze your elbows in towards your body. Come all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, rise up to upward facing dog. Lift the sternum, gaze up. And exhale, roll over the toes at the same time. Come into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, take a moment to find comfort. Checking your hands and your feet, making sure your feet are hips width apart and your hands are shoulder width apart. Sucking the belly deeply in, gazing towards your navel or gently through the knees. Look up at your hands on the 5th breath. Step your feet all the way up. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold deeply. Your forehead reaches towards your shins. Your thighs go up to your pelvic floor. Inhale, rise up through the center line. Gaze up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Remember to coordinate each movement with one breath and take as many breaths as you need to if you're just beginning. So get ready for round 2. Inhale, sucking the belly deeply in. Feel your breath as you raise your arms up. Inhale, lift the arms up high, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, bring your arms down, pivoting from the hips, go down. As far as you can, release the neck. Inhale, chest up and forward, plant the hands down. Exhale, step back to high plank. Nice strong shoulders in plank. Take an extra breath. Inhale and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift up, see if you can get your thighs off the ground. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Again, check your hands and your feet. Suck the belly deeply inside and firm your pelvic floor, listening to each inhalation and each exhalation. Making sure you're equalizing each breath. When you're ready, gaze up, look at in between your hands, step the feet up, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up through the center line, gaze up at your thumbs, reach high, and exhale, Samastitihi. You're doing great. Keep moving and breathing as if you're in a moving meditation. So again, inhale. As you suck the belly deeply in, reach up, gaze at your thumbs, press your palms. Exhale, fold forward, still keeping belly in, go down. Inhale, halfway lift, create the space in the pelvic floor. Exhale, step back to high plank, strong shoulders, go down. Inhale, lift the sternum, gaze up, and exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep ujjayi breaths. Long, steady breathing. Pelvic floor is engaged. And on the 5th breath, you're going to gaze up towards your hands, in between your hands. And inhale, step the feet up between the hands, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, pulling the ribs in as you fold forward. And inhale, rise up through the center line. Feel your breath. Exhale, Samastitihi. If you're doing well so far, we're going to do 2 more of the Sun Salutation A. And if you can hold that low push-up position, we're going to now see if you can jump back into it. If this is too much, keep building the strength and just step back. Don't push yourself too hard, too fast. Inhale, lift the arms, gaze up. Exhale, pivot down from the hips. Fold forward. Inhale, lift the sternum, and exhale, round the back, suck the belly in and jump back, elbows in. Inhale, roll over the toes upward, and exhale, rolling over the toes again, downward facing dog. Let your breath Be long and deep, each inhalation and each exhalation. Settling your mind into that inner sensation. Look up when you're ready on breath 5. Prepare your shoulder girdle. And inhale, jump the feet up into the strength of your shoulders. Inhale, jump, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rising up through the center line, press your palms, gaze at thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last one, you're doing great. Inhale, raise your arms, look at your thumbs. Exhale, pivot from the waist, go down. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, and exhale, jump back into low chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, rolling over the toes. 5 deep breaths, calm and steady. Feel the power and heat coming from your breath as you equalize your inhalation and exhalation. When you're ready, look between your hands, prepare your shoulders, step the feet up just a little bit. Bend the knees, inhale, lift the feet up, jump in between your hands, look up. Step the feet up all the way if you don't make it. Exhale, fold forward, lifting your thighs into the pelvic floor. Inhale, rise up through the center line, feel your breath, look at your thumbs. Exhale, bringing your hands down, Samastitihi. Now we're ready for Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B. It's a little faster and we're going to add 2 more movements, so just do the best you can. Starting bending the knees, toes together, look down, check your toes, bend the knees deeply, bring your hands to heart center, balance. Inhale, raise your arms up, gaze at your thumbs, reach high, and exhale, straighten the legs, pivot from your waist, go down. Inhale, halfway lift, look up, and exhale, jump back to Chaturanga or step back. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot goes out to the side, and you're going to step your right foot forward, aligning your right heel with the left arch. Balance here. Bring your palms together, raise your arms all the way up. Find balance, 1 breath. And exhale, bringing your hands down beside your foot. Step back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn your right foot out to the side for proper alignment, stepping the left foot up, bending the knee over the ankle. Bringing your hands up all the way, press your palms or leave your hands apart if that's more comfortable. Gaze at your thumbs. 1 breath. Exhale, bringing your hands down. Step back into Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, press through the shoulders, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Look forward, step up a little bit, bend the knees, inhale, jump the feet between the hands, inhale, look up, exhale, fold forward, bend the knees deeply for Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhaling, press your palms, raise your arms, look at your thumbs, and exhale, Samastitihi. Again, we're going to move a little faster this time. So bend your knees deeply. Be sure your toes are together to prevent any injury. Bending the knees deeply for Utkatasana. Inhale. Raise your arms up, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, straightening your legs. Fold forward and down, hands beside your feet. Inhale, suck the belly deeply in, lift the chest, and exhale, jump back to low chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps aside, right foot steps up, knee over the ankle. Raise your arms up high, look at thumbs. Exhale, still keeping your knee bent, straighten your left foot, and exhale, go down. Inhale, upward facing, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot out to the side, left foot steps up, knee over the ankle. Inhale, raise your arms, gaze at thumbs, suck the belly deeply in, still keeping knee bent. Step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to check out your hands and your feet, firming your pelvic floor and sucking the belly deeply in. Pressing through the base of the toes and your fingertips and palms. And when you're ready, look between your hands, step a little bit up. Bend the knees, inhale, jump the feet up between the hands or step the feet up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, raise your arms up, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last one, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, jump to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the sternum, look up. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot goes out to the side, right foot steps up, knee over the ankle. Raise your arms, gaze at thumbs. Suck the belly deeply in. Straighten the left foot, step back, Chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Feel your breath. Right foot steps out to the side, left foot steps up. Inhale, raise your arms up high. Exhale, set your hands flat, down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. In the Ashtanga Yoga method, there are 3 things that will found every practice. The first is the posture, asana. Now we're in downward facing dog. And the second is the drishti, the focal point. And here in the focal point, we're gazing towards the navel. If you aren't able to see the navel, gently gaze through the knees. Prepare to jump forward. Look through the hands. Exhale, fold forward and down. Bending the knees. Come into Utkatasana, inhale, gaze at thumbs, and exhale, Samastitihi. And the third focal point is the breath, so be sure you're focused fully on the breath. Come into a comfortable seated position now that we've completed Surya Namaskar B. And we'll close the practice with 3 traditional closing postures in the Ashtanga Yoga method. This is going to turn that internal heat and fire that's moving in your body and bring it into that original intention that we started with. So remember, you started the practice with intention, not just to stretch and bend the body, but to really keep yourself aligned with that internal purification, but also a more peaceful life. So if your knees are up high because you're unable to put them all the way down, that's fine. Keep them where they are. And if you're able to come into full lotus or half lotus, safely, if you're practicing that, you may also come into one of those poses. Hands behind your back, holding onto the elbows. If that's comfortable, take a bind, holding the toes, if you're in full lotus. Inhale, suck the belly in, and exhale, move shoulders forward and chin towards the ground. Gaze at the tip of the nose, steady breathing from the inner space of the pelvis. Traditionally, there are 10 breaths here, but remember not to force this part of the practice. Just be. You've already put in the work. This is just to seal it all in so you can take the deeper lesson of the yoga into your life. Inhale, pivot all the way up. Take your first 2 fingers now for yoga mudra, allowing your hands to turn out. Drop the chin down, gaze at the tip of your nose, and avoid closing your eyes, or you may start to maybe relax a little too much and zone out. And remember, yoga is about tuning inward, so really suck the belly deeply and keep breathing deeply and firmly. Follow each inhalation and each exhalation. Feeling your breath like the ocean tide, letting your whole body resonate with its power. And now we're ready for Uttiputti, the last pose. So from here, lift your knees up wherever you are, whatever posture you're in. Take your hands forward of your hips. And if you're able to do the Chaturangas, I bet you can do this. But if not, that's okay. You'll build the strength. Just do your best for 10 breaths. Think about pushing through your shoulders and up from your core. Remember, you can leave your feet on the ground if needed, but don't give up. You can do it. Count in your head the 10 breaths, and on the last breath, lift up with all you've got. And slowly release, exhale. And take a vinyasa for one last time. So just step back into high plank and exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift, look up, and exhale, downward facing dog. And now from here, you can come into full relaxation and Shavasana. Resting for a few moments with your eyes closed. And as you're here resting, bring your mind into that inner vibration and letting go of all muscular efforts.